academic, related to education or learning in a formal setting. Example: she excelled in her academic studies and received top grades. Analyze, examine something in detail to understand its components or structure. Example: the researcher analyzed the data to identify key trends and patterns. Argument, a point of view or position supported by evidence and reasoning. Example: he presented a strong argument in favor of renewable energy sources. Cohesion, the logical and clear connection between ideas or parts of a text. Example: transitional words and phrases help to create cohesion in writing. Conclude, reach a decision or opinion based on evidence or reasoning. Example: after careful consideration, we can conclude that the experiment was successful. Contradict, to be in conflict with or oppose something. Example: her statement contradicted the witness's testimony. Context, the circumstances or information that surround a particular event or situation. Example: to understand the meaning of a word, it's important to consider the context in which it is used. Critique, a detailed evaluation or assessment of something, often involving both positive and negative feedback. Example: the film received a mixed critique from reviewers, with praise for its acting but criticism of its plot. Demonstrate, show or prove something through evidence, examples, or practical application. Example: the experiment was conducted to demonstrate the effectiveness of the new drug. Emphasize, give special importance or focus to something. Example: the speaker emphasized the need for urgent action to address climate change. Evaluate, assess or judge the quality, value, or significance of something. Example: teachers evaluate students' performance through tests, assignments, and class participation. Illustrate, explain or make something clear by using examples, visuals, or anecdotes. Example: the professor used a diagram to illustrate the process of photosynthesis. Implication, the likely consequences or effects of something. Example: the decision to increase taxes has significant implications for the economy. Inference, a conclusion reached based on evidence or reasoning. Example: from the data provided, we can make the inference that the demand for the product is increasing. Paraphrase, restate a statement or passage in different words while retaining the original meaning. Example: she had to paraphrase the complex scientific text to make it more accessible to the general audience. Persuade, convince or influence someone to adopt a particular belief, action, or opinion. Example: the speaker delivered a persuasive argument to encourage people to donate to the charity. Synthesize, combine different elements or ideas to create a new whole. Example: the researcher synthesized the findings from various studies to develop a comprehensive theory. Validity, the quality of being logically or factually sound, the extent to which something is true or accurate. Example: the researcher questioned the validity of the survey results due to the small sample size. Vocabulary, the body of words used in a particular language or field of study. Example: expanding your vocabulary will enhance your ability to communicate effectively. Writing style, the unique way in which a writer expresses their thoughts and ideas in written form. Example: her writing style is characterized by vivid descriptions and a poetic tone. abstract, existing in thought or as an idea, not tangible or concrete. Example: the concept of love is abstract and can be interpreted differently by individuals. Advocate, support or speak in favor of a cause, idea, or policy. Example: she is a passionate advocate for animal rights and works tirelessly to raise awareness. Cite, refer to a source or quote someone to provide evidence or support for an argument. Example: in academic writing, it is important to cite your sources to avoid plagiarism. Coherent, clear, logical, and consistent. Example: his essay was well structured and coherent, making it easy to follow his arguments. Comprehend, understand or grasp the meaning or significance of something. Example: she struggled to comprehend the complex mathematical equations. Contextualize, place something within a particular context or framework to provide a better understanding. Example: to fully understand the poem, it is necessary to contextualize it within the poet's life experiences. Criticize, evaluate or express disapproval or negative feedback about something. Example: the film received harsh criticism from reviewers for its weak storyline and mediocre acting. Deduce, reach a conclusion based on logical reasoning or evidence. Example: from the footprints and broken window, the detective deduced that a break-in had occurred. Elaborate, expand or provide more detail on a topic or idea. Example: could you elaborate on your previous statement about the impact of technology on society? Evident, clear, obvious, or easily seen or understood. Example: the effects of climate change are becoming increasingly evident through rising temperatures and extreme weather events. Exemplify, serve as a typical or representative example of something. Example: the successful entrepreneur exemplifies determination, perseverance, and innovation. Infer, draw a conclusion based on evidence, observations, or reasoning. Example: from his body language and facial expressions, I inferred that he was upset. Interpret, explain or understand the meaning or significance of something. Example: art can be open to interpretation, allowing viewers to find their own meaning in the artwork. Justify, provide reasons or evidence to support or defend a position or action. Example: she tried to justify her decision to pursue a career in the arts to her parents. Objective, not influenced by personal feelings or opinions, based on facts or evidence. Example: journalists strive to report news in an objective and unbiased manner. Paradox, a seemingly contradictory or absurd statement that may be true. Example: the idea that less is more is a paradox that challenges our conventional thinking. Reflect, think deeply or ponder on something, show or express an image or likeness. Example: she took some time to reflect on her past experiences and personal growth. Simulate, imitate or recreate a real-life situation or experience for training, analysis, or entertainment. Example: flight simulators are used to simulate the experience of flying an airplane. Sustain, maintain or support something over a period of time, endure or withstand. Example: renewable energy sources can help sustain a cleaner and more sustainable future. Valid, well-founded, logically sound, or legally binding. Example: The judge declared the evidence presented to be valid and admissible in court. Ambiguous, having more than one possible interpretation or meaning. Example: the politician's ambiguous statement left the audience unsure of his true intentions. Apprehend, understand or perceive something, often with a sense of fear or anxiety. Example: she apprehended the potential dangers of the situation and proceeded with caution. Assess, evaluate or estimate the nature, ability, quality, or significance of something. Example: teachers regularly assess students' progress through quizzes, tests, and assignments. Collaborate, work together with others on a project or task. Example: the researchers collaborated on a study to investigate the effects of climate change. Compose, create or write something, such as a piece of music, poem, or letter. Example: she spent hours composing a heartfelt letter to express her gratitude. Contrary, opposite or opposed in direction, meaning, or opinion. Example: her actions were contrary to her words, causing confusion among her colleagues. Deficit, a shortage or lack of something, especially in terms of finances or resources. Example: the country's budget deficit requires implementing austerity measures to reduce spending. Derive, obtain or receive something from a specified source or origin. Example: he derived inspiration for his paintings from the natural beauty of the countryside. Distinct, clearly different or separate from others, unique or individual. Example: her voice has a distinct quality that sets her apart from other singers. Evoke, bring forth or elicit a particular feeling, emotion, or response. Example: the painting evokes a sense of tranquility and serenity in its viewers.